On today's video, we're going to have an update of the reserve list buyout. Quite a conversation. Stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back. MTG Moxman here. If you're new to my channel and you somehow found me out there in the world of YouTube, thanks a lot for taking the time to check out my content today. Yes, we're here every day of the week bringing you new content, so just hit that subscribe button, smash it, and join the fun. Now, first off, we're going to start today with a big shout out to Jonathan A. Jonathan A has sent me this beautiful shirt embroidered with the Moxman logo. Very happy to have it. Going to wear this bad boy when it's cold. It's getting a little warm now, but that's okay. I'm going to be wearing this, Jonathan, so thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. He's a good guy. He's been a long-time supporter of the channel, boys and girls. All right, can you believe it? Another financial buyout update video. I mean, nobody gets tired of them because things are always changing. Now, for those who've been following lately, I talked about how things seem to be slowing down, but it's really just a drying of the market. There's not a lot out there, and the stuff that's out there is very high priced. We're going to check a few cards today, just 4 cards to get our beaks wet. And I have a Thursday video coming up this week that'll have a little more detail on some of the lower end cards that people might be interested in knowing about, and to see where that lower end market of the reserve list is going, okay? So, without further ado, we're going to jump straight away to Wheel of Fortune. Now, Wheel of Fortune, as you guys know, we tracked this back in December, and this bad boy was having some fun. He really rose fast. He went from a year and a bit ago to being, that $75 to $100 card, all the way up to $150. And then in December, climbed like a Superman. He went straight to the stratosphere, and FOMO kicked in, and no one wanted to miss out on getting this card. I gotta have this card! People were buying it left, right, and center. I was checking my own binders. How many Wheel of Fortunes do I have? And that's what happened. So now, most buyouts go like a week and a half, 2 weeks, month at most. We're going 100 days strong of cards being eliminated from the market. Off and on in spurts and gluts of people buying them up. And I know of a group of people who have sent me emails showing me some of the cards they've been buying. And there are a few people out there, guys, who have gone for a lot more than just like 1 or 2 copies of a card. There are a lot. And I don't mind. I like seeing people show off the collections they've managed to get into. That's awesome. But it makes me realize there's a lot less of these cards out there, because if one person can do that, if 2 people do that, if 10 people are doing that and there's nothing left for other people, we're into a real shortage still, okay? So this buyout is real. It is here to stay. And the retracements and gains we're seeing in these cards, they're going to keep happening. Up and down like a yo-yo, but a very short, stringed yo-yo. So take a look here. You're going to see on this side, we got what's selling right now on eBay. And on the side over here, wait, I went their way. That way, that's the one. You're going to see some sold listings. Now, those sold listings for near mint copies, okay? They're for the really good copies, and they're like $400, $500 still. Now, these are slightly lower end copies, but they're still selling. Let's look. They're still selling for a very reasonable price. Are they? I remember it being a $10 card, so I have a hard time with this. But when you see it there, $375, $400, it's still cheaper than what it was. And if we go to the actual overview, what you're going to see is there is a slight retracement. At the end of that chart, it goes down a little bit. That's the retracement we're seeing in the last 2-week period, where cards have dipped a little bit, allowing some other players to kind of lock in some profits. Prices have dropped. FOMO is ending on this card. Those who wanted it grabbed it, and now it's the settling of the market. So if you are somebody hoping to draw some profit right now, your time's kind of ending, because this card's going to be driven down a little bit right now as people settle into the fact they bought the cards. Price memory is taking a long time to take hold on a lot of these cards, so people still remember the good old days of it being $150. So good luck with that. But this card is selling strong. There's still weekly sales, daily sales, so it's still a great card to get into if you don't have one. But remember, hold the line here on the reserve list. We don't sell, we hold on. We don't sell back to stores. That ain't happening here. No way. Now, our next card to talk about. I know. I'm so jealous. This is Mox Diamond. Mox Diamond is on my hit list. I'm going to trade some modern cards I have, some standard cards. I'm getting my Mox Diamond. Now, this card again is kind of tricky. There's a lot of non-English version copies available because of how Stronghold was printed. Because the actual English run is not nearly as big as you think, which is why you can't find sealed boxes anywhere. And in a sealed box, you might get 1 or 2 diamonds or 1 or 2 Sliver Queens. But when I look at this, and I say, that's kind of crazy. You see those prices there, you're going, it's 500 plus. Then you see these and you go, 400. No, that 400 doesn't count because that is a buying and a bidding. Okay, the other ones are buy it now, and the middle one is the bidding with a couple of days left, so that doesn't really count as a buy it now. But you can see people are trying to get as high as $1,000 now for a near mint copy. It is not quite there yet. You should be buying copies around that $700 to $750 mark. Maybe a smidgen more if it's a really nice copy. So don't be suckered in by overpaying. There are sellers who will try to jack that price up hoping that they can get you to bite. So keep an eye on that, but this card is definitely a card to watch. And again, when you look at this card in its entirety, you're going to see it started out a lot slower than Wheel of Fortune, but the jumping it's done, it just kind of went whoa, and then down, then whoa, and then it's gone up again until where it's settled in now. Now, there's no dip on this card like there was on the Wheel of Fortune, but that doesn't mean this card couldn't be slated for a retrace. But its retrace would be a 5 to 10%, nothing massively significant, okay? It's going to stay where it is. This card is destined to hit 1,000 in very short order. So if you're a person looking at a long-term investment, this is definitely a card you'll want to hold on to, okay? Now, the next card I want to hit up for you guys is, of course, the Sliver Queen. I've had a lot of emails on this card lately, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. And I got to be honest, I love getting these emails. Because there are seven now? Because the other two people have an answer back. There's 7 at the moment who are all looking to get 100 copies of Sliver Queen. 7 of them. Some are in their 50s and 60s that they've collected already. Those people are not letting them go. They want to collect 100. They want to have 100. Okay? Now, if you put that, extrapolate that to all kinds of boxes and how many you got in boxes and stuff, you're talking literally, thousands of boxes of Stronghold that had to be opened to get those collections just for those 7 people. Picture all the other people who have this card. This card is still climbing. Sliver Queen is on the rise. It is actually going up and selling quickly. Non-English copies are going a little bit slower, but I gotta be honest, the English copies are upticking and selling well, okay? They're going over 500 bucks now, and they are not stopping there. This card will hit 1,000. Just like Mox Diamond, this card is it's destined to hit there, guys. It's not being reprinted, and slivers over the years have become more and more popular, especially with Modern Horizons and Modern Horizons 2 coming out. People want this card. They want to play with it, and they want to have fun with it. I understand. Now, when you look at the price of Sliver Queen, you can see it had that slight rise, and then it just goes up. And it keeps climbing. Now, it's kind of slightly plateaued at the moment, but that's because there's not a lot of stock in there that's English that's going to keep selling. It seems to apparently to be a lot of foreign ones going for around that 260, 270 mark right now. But expect foreign ones to go up too, guys. For those of you who ask me about different languages, different language cards are climbing. They're not climbing nearly as fast, but they're going up and they're not stopping either. So it could come to that point where people are just going to say, I can't afford a $1,000 Sliver Queen, but I can get a $500 Italian or a Portuguese one. So they're going to dive in and grab those. So keep it in mind if you're a collector looking for things. If you have those ones, I wouldn't let them go either. I'd wait a couple of years and see where that price settles in, because the Sliver Queen is definitely one to watch. It has hit card number now 119 on my list. So I've added a card because it's just moving so wickedly to see it go up like this. And I love that excitement of seeing those cards go. So now the last card I want to cover tonight is going to be City of Shadows. Now, I bought my City of Shadows for 20 bucks a pop. We talked about this. I bought it here in town from 401 Games. They had some. I bought some just in case I want to have extras. And look at the cards going for. It's $100 now. So 4 or 5 times the value I paid for it. People are trying to get as much as $130, $140 now for a near mint copy. Kind of like how Volros Stronghold's now hitting that 200 plus mark. Guys, it has no drawback. Remember that. It can jack up massive amounts of mana to your mana pool. You just got to sacrifice a creature, block with it, sack it. So this card is on the rise. I'm expecting it to settle in around $200. And again, if you look at the final schematic sheet I want to show you here, when we look at the sales of this, look at that rise at the end. It had a really erratic, slow bump from 10 bucks. But after $10, look where it's gone from people grabbing it. Okay? It's really crazy. The market is not done. This buyout is not finished. It is stewing. It's relaxing because we're waiting for more stuff to hit the market. People are starting to save up bits of cash now in case better cards come along that are in the reserve list. That's what we're here to follow, folks. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed my video today on the reserve list buyout and an update on some of the prices of the cards held within. Please make sure to leave your comments, questions, and concerns in the section below, and I'll be happy to always get back to you. This is MTG Mox, man. Thanks again, Jonathan. It's awesome. Looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. And don't forget, I'll have another market update video on Thursday. Friday's the latest, but it should be done Thursday. Looking forward to it, guys. Have a great one. Sales are crazy! Hey guys, big shout out to all my patrons out there. The new sheet will be up tomorrow. We're rocking and we're ready. Thanks a lot for tuning in, guys. This is MTG Mox, man. My patrons are the best. Just not cake. 5,000 we get cake. This is not cake. It's tasty, but it's not cake. See it, 5,000.